Welcome back to my class. So today we will discuss the meaning of variables and the type of variable. So question arises, what is a variable? So let us see, a variable is a quantity or characteristics and which can vary from one individual to another individual, which changes its value over time. You take the example of height of the students. So height changes over the period of time. You take the example of the temperature. So temperature also changes. You take the example of the number of students in a school. So number of students also changes. So these all are known as variables. So question arises, what is the meaning of variables and what are the different types of variables? So there are two types of variable. One is called discrete variable. Another one is called continuous variable. Discrete variables are the variables which can be measured in terms of a whole number, and it means the discrete values or the discrete variables are the variable whose value jumps from one to another. So that is discrete variable. And continuous variable. Continuous variable is a variable whose value can take any value, such as, let us see, this we can say integral value, fractional value, or the value which do not have the exact fraction. So we'll discuss and learn the meaning of a variable and the types of variables. So let us see what is known as variable. So variable means we can say variable is a quantity or characteristics which can vary from one individual to another. So which can vary from one individual to another individual. So it may change its value over time. So let us see, it may change its value over time. You take the example of, we can take, for example, you take weight. So weight changes over the period of time. If a child is, suppose, taking birth or infant, the weight is very less, but when the child becomes the adult, the weight increases, and again when the child becomes the old or the old age person, then the weight goes on declining. It means what happened, that weight of a person changes over the period of time. You take the example of this weight, we can say height also. Height also changes. Weight, height of the individual, we can say it changes from, let us say, this from childhood to the adulthood. Weight also, height also changes. You take the income. Income of the person also changes. Income also, sometimes income increases, sometimes income decreases. You take the example of profits. Profits also changes. Income changes, profit changes. Marks obtained by the students in a class, that also changes. So marks is also variable. This income is also variable. Height is variable. Weight is variable. Profit is variable. This marks is variable. This temperature is variable. We can say, let us see, this distance is also variable. We can say that, let us see, this the number of students in a class, that is also the variable. So So variables, let us see, variable is a quantity or characteristics which can vary from one individual to another individual. It may change its value over time. So variables, let us see, it is expressed in the form of X, Y, Z. Also, different alphabets are used in order to express the variables. We have seen, let us see, the production. Production also, here we can write down production. So production also changes over the period of time. So production of food grains changes over the period of time. So if we take the year will be the X variable and the production will be the Y variable. So certainly let us say these variables are expressed in the terms of different alphabets such as X, Y, and Z, and it is measured in terms of numbers. It is measured in terms of numerical or numeric forms. So there are two types of variable. One is called discrete variable. Let us see, I have written there are two types of variable. One is called discrete variable. Another one is called continuous variable. Let us see what is discrete variable. A discrete variable is one which take only certain values, which can take only certain value. Its value changes only by finite jumps. It jumps from one value to another but does not take any intermediate value between them. It means the value changes from one to another. You take the example of the family members. So family members may be 4 or maybe 5 or maybe 6, maybe 7, maybe 8, maybe 9, but it cannot be, let us say, the family member cannot be counted as 4.5. Even let us see the child taken birth. So infants is also counted one number. It means, let us see, the number of family members, they cannot be expressed in terms of fractional or in terms of root number. They can be expressed only in the form of the numbers, and number jumps from one to another. In a class, let us see, 25 students are there and one student has taken the admission, then it will be 26. Though the height of the student is very short, so we cannot say that the number of a student is 25.5. We can't say. We can say that the number of students are 25. In a school, let us see, the number of students are 1,000. So if even that 1,000 includes the number of students studying in the primary section or secondary section or the senior secondary section, we cannot say the height of the students studying in the primary section, they are short and that is why they should not be counted as one, but they are counted as whole. So let us say discrete variables are expressed in terms of whole number. It is expressed, the number jumps from one to another value. You take the example of variable like the number of students in a class. So number of students in a class is a discrete variable. Family members. So here we can write family members. So family members. So family members cannot be, even the child is there, we cannot count it half. So certainly let us see, if a child is also there, is counted as one. So that family members, they are the discrete, expressed in discrete variable. Number of pages in a book. So number of pages, whether the page is short, small or big, that one page is counted one. If there is small, there is a small diary size book is there, even the pages will be counted as one page. So number of pages in a book, number of oranges in a basket. So number of oranges in a basket, so that is counted as a discrete number. So this is called the discrete variable. So these are the example of discrete variable. So discrete variable, I told you, are expressed in terms of whole number, and whole number jumps from one to another. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the whole number, but there is a continuous variable. Continuous variable are the variable which can take any value within a range, which can take any value. Any value means it can take the, let us see, integral value, it can take the fractional value, or it can take the value which are not exact fraction. You take the example here, a variable is called continuous if it can take any value in a given range, any value in a given range. It may take integral value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, fractional value 1 upon 2, 2 upon 3, 3 upon 4, 5 upon 6, 10 means 7 upon 8. These are the fractional value, and the values that are not exactly fractions like root 2, root 3, root 5, root 7, etc. So for example, here I have written height of a student. Let us see, height of a student changes. Let us see, height of a student, it changes about 90 centimeter, then 90.1 centimeter, 92 centimeter, then we can say 120 centimeter, 130 centimeter, 150 centimeter, or 49.25 centimeter. It means, let us say, that these numbers can take any value. So here height of a student, weight also changes. Let us see. So weight, it may be the kilogram, it may be, let us see, this in the gram also. So weight also, time also, let us see, changes over the period of time, and it can be expressed in fractional number, in whole number, or in the decimal number. Distance also, temperature recorded of a patient. So temperature recorded, it is, we have seen the 96.6, 98.8, so 99.9. This the temperature, body temperature recorded. It also changes. Wages of a worker in a factory, the wages of a person, the income of a person, it changes. So income of the person, wages of a person, which changes from, and it can be expressed in any number. It can be expressed in the whole number. It can be expressed in the fractional number, or it can be expressed in a number which cannot be exactly fraction. So I think this two concept is clear. We have seen that what is the meaning of variable and what are the types of variable. Once again, let us see, discrete variable is a variable. A discrete variable is one which take only certain values, which takes certain value, and the variable is called continuous if it can take any value in a given range. It may take integral value, fractional value, or values that are not exactly a fraction. I think this concept is clear to all of you. Okay.